of the way that I look, and I also work very hard on staying young and staying fit and mobile in my body, and that is helpful for my skin and just my overall appearance. Which is like a cool technique they do to shed extra or like dead skin and stuff from your face that keeps you looking young, prevents wrinkles, like early onset wrinkles, and it's just good to do to your face for maintenance. And I'll probably just get a facial too. It's not just for females. Guys should do facials too, just because it just helps you age more gracefully and keep you looking younger and more refreshed longer. And that's what we all want anyways. Gross. That's my beard.
She wants to maintain this, you know, this natural, just a very calm, she doesn't want to wrinkle up.
You just have to be like really smart with who you choose, and I find the best result is going to somebody that you have heard good things about through like your friends or your family, because anybody can advertise, you know, and pay a lot of money to get their name out there, but I feel like it's totally by word of mouth to find the really good people. So that's something that I like, you know, really encourage.
And she has sent me like so many people.
Well, it's
all these
my mom and mother-in-law
come in here, they're all got sick bodies. I'm like, oh, these are one of Celeste's friends.
I won't give them away, but a lot of my friends and people that are in our industry have come here.
Yes.
She's the best.
All supermodels. They're all bodybuilders, and they walk in and I'm like, okay, that is one of Celeste's friends. The typical woman will need anywhere from 16 to 20 units. Some need less and some need more. Men usually take more because their muscle is a lot stronger. And you also have to, you know, take into consideration how big the forehead is. So if the surface area...
You have a 5 head?
Yeah. Some girls come in with really small foreheads, so you can't put 16 to 20 units in there because you'll drop their forehead and they'll get a heavy hooded look, which they don't want. But the 3 areas are the forehead, okay, which form the horizontal lines. And then you've got the glabella complex.
That's the 11th,
That's,
right?
yeah, when you make the person contract, the patient contracts and can form the angry 11. Some people just have an angry 1, and some people have an angry 111. But they're composed of 3 muscles here, your procerus and your 2 corrugators. And then the 3rd area are the crows. So when you smile, you form the crow's feet.
I noticed that a lot is on men. Like, I feel like there's a lot of men that I see, because I look for it. Like, I don't look for people and be like, hey, you need Botox, but like I notice, especially men that like work outside or they have, you know, jobs that they're always outside, is like
there's squinting or So yeah, the men usually, and this is the area that I usually do in men, is the crows or the forehead. Mm-hmm. Not too many come in for that, because what happens when you inject this area is you get a nice eyebrow lift, and some girls like that because it raises the hood of the top of their eyelids, so they like that look. But the guys obviously don't like this, you know, this eyebrow raise or this arch, where women like the arches of the eyebrows. So my patients that are men typically just get the forehead done, or very common is the crow's feet.
So I get you do the average for me, you said
So let's
16
see.
to 20 units?
Typically, yeah, so you're right at average. You're at 16. Every time you've come in, we've done 16 units. So she knows when you go through, and this might be too much information, but you feel like a little pinprick, almost like less than a mosquito bite. But the thing that gets my patients is the noise that it makes. Sometimes when you go through the muscle, you hear a little crunch.
Yeah.
So I just tell them, pretend like you're eating potato chips or Doritos in the back of your mouth. If you can get over the noise, you're golden.
Totally.
Okay. So, little stick here. And we're just doing 2 units in each spot. So, like I said, she's average, so 16 to 20 units per area. She's getting 16 units in the forehead.
That one I didn't even feel. Is it true that when a woman is like on her menstrual cycle, that this can be a bit more painful than average?
Yeah, your hormones are raging, your nerves are shot, so you're a little bit more sensitive.
I feel like I've noticed that, like, when it comes to something like threading, which you told me not to do.
Yep. You don't want to thread because what does that do?
It
pulls the skin, so you're pulling at the elasticity, and when you continuously do that, you're just breaking down the collagen and the elasticity in the skin. So I have a lot of girls that come in with the lines above the lips, and they want filler, and I ask them, how long have you been smoking? Never smoked a day in my life. And it's like, gosh, so come to find out, they're either threading or waxing, and just pulling at that skin just breaks down the fibers, the elasticity.
And unfortunately, I like threading. It's like, out of any, I've never had like electrolysis, but to me, threading was like the easier, like fast way. But of course, like I'm way more cautious now because I don't want that to happen to me. To me, that's not worth it,
So what my recommendation for that is every single med spa has laser hair removal. You come in once a month for 6 months, and it's gone.
It's so easy.
Each other.
Okay, so there is, if you were overzealous, like, and you were like, give me everything, and then you didn't like it, there's something to help it.
Yeah, because the muscles oppose each other. Now, and that's why with my new patients,
I used to use fillers. I used to get Botox and I had fillers in my lips, especially when I was on TV. And it's funny, and I don't use them anymore, and I don't have anything against them. But I'm almost 40 and I look better now than I ever did in my 20s. And I attribute that to not knowing how to care for myself mentally, emotionally, physically when I was in my 20s, when I was wrestling. I think people's faces tend to change as they get older, especially if you're taking care of yourself. Your face can change good or bad, but I feel like my face has changed in a more positive way because I'm leaner now. I take better care of my body. I take better care of my mind. I take better care of my emotional state. And it shows, like the work that you do internally on yourself and the way that you care for yourself